Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some of the stocks on the move today. I'm Paul Sweeney alongside Lisa Mateo, and we're joined by Bloomberg's Denisa Sakova. Denisa, what are you looking at in the market today?
Let's start with General Motors. Through of negative earnings this morning, General Motors ticker is GM. Of course, we're talking about that 1.1 billion profit hit. It's coming from Donald Trump's tariffs. And the company revealed no plan for a near-term fix to return to pre-tariff profit levels. The stock really stumbled on the open. It's down now about 7%. Profits suffered from high warranty costs and a buildup in inventory of electric vehicles. We, of course, have that bill that is cutting subsidies for electric vehicles. So that's putting even more pressure on the company. The results show how difficult it is to maintain those profits in the current regime with tariff wars and obviously very complicated for global supply chain. And GM is kind of the first one where we see this big hit starting to weigh on. GM hasn't moved to raise prices. Instead, it has opted to absorb some of the costs. There were some positive things in the report. It grew US vehicle sales. It actually achieved a second straight quarterly profit from China, but clearly this is not enough to lift sentiment today. The stock is down 7% year to date, and today is one of the worst days in quite some time.
It is. Okay, how about take us to the world's largest defense contractor? We're talking about Lockheed Martin.
Another disappointing earnings report, second quarter earnings that fell short of analyst estimates. The company also lowered its outlook for the year. The ticker, of course, is LMT. The stock is down about 7%. The company said it incurred costs, including $1.6 billion in program losses from a classified program. And there was also a separate helicopter development efforts with Canada and Turkey that also led to a big loss. It's interesting. We had that contest about the F-47 fighter jet that eventually went to Boeing, but the company said it incurred $169 million of other charges related to that. Of course, the F-35 is still seeing strong demand from foreign countries like the UK. But what we're seeing is actually the Pentagon reduce the number of jets in its 2026 budget. So that's putting even more pressure on the stock, which can explain why the company is down 12% year to date after a really tough day today.
Now, we're switching gears big time here. Lululemon.
Yes. A totally different industry, but an important one nevertheless.
I'm a huge fan of Lululemon.
I am as well. The ticker is LULU. The company actually fell in pre-market. Now it's recovering some of that losses, which maybe comes with retail euphoria. In some names like Cole, but what we're seeing is that famous black leggings, which I am a fan of, they're rarely discounted, but now we're seeing them pile at outlet stores. So clearly that is a sign of a time. And today we had a downgrade from JPMorgan, cutting the stock to neutral from overweight, and they're citing those company-specific conversion rates. And of course, the same store sales growth constraints in America. We actually had Goldman Sachs as well, lowering the firm price tag to $251 from $285. So a lot of pressure there. We have the CEO trying to revive sales at Lululemon. There is rising competition, and I don't know, Lululemon leggings are around $100, but if you go to Alu Yoga, I think it gets even more expensive. So clearly, the consumer is not that under pressure if they can afford $120 leggings.
Are you guys Lululemon customers?
No, they're a little bit out of my league for the price.
Too expensive?
I love them. The black leggings, I keep buying them. And they last a long time.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.